what makes adaptive cloud networking unique in the marketplace, different from your competitors?
So, first of all, we talked about centralized cloud, we talked about distributed cloud, edge. We need to connect these things together too, right? Like just having a wonderful way of automating one piece and the other piece, but nothing in the middle, it makes no sense. So from an adaptive cloud networking perspective, we're also covering the wide area network and automating the connectivity from edge to cloud, right? The whole chain. And I think that's one of the differentiators from an overall Nokia perspective. We have solutions catering to all these pieces that we ultimately need to make work together to have this end-to-end horizontal plane in which you can dynamically deploy workloads at that location in the network that makes sense. If I zoom in a little bit more on the actual offering, so from a data center solution perspective, we've actually introduced a new fabric solution with our SR Linux data center fabric. It's a set of devices. It's a network operating system that we built from the ground up, which is, to be honest, an interesting topic by itself. Clean sheet approach to building a network operating system fully based around model-driven infrastructure. And why does it matter? We're talking in this context about automation. It's all about automation. But if you automate something, or if you want to automate something, you need like machine-to-machine interfaces to interact with it, right? And if you look traditionally at the way that we've been building IP equipment, CLI, SNMP, those things were not there for machine-to-machine. So with SR Linux, we have a fully model-driven infrastructure, and that means that the interaction or the interfaces with the system can be described by models. And the good part about that is you can generate code based on those models. So machine-to-machine interaction becomes a lot more easy and robust. Actually, that's a very important element. So SR Linux. Then from a management perspective, we have an intent-based management system for the centralized fabric called FSS, which I think is the whole idea of dealing with the data center in a more abstract sense than a device here and a device there is something that will be important from a manageability perspective and from an operational excellence perspective. So that's on the central DC. For Edge, as I just talked about with ENC, we are introducing a unique, I haven't seen any, actually I was talking to one customer just earlier today and he said, well, your approach to extending Kubernetes for this use case, I have not seen anywhere and I'm really excited about it. So we'll have some interesting follow-up as we go along. But I think if you look at that space, the way that we're dealing with the lightweight nature of the controller, really operationalizing Edge is a key differentiator to us, absolutely.